What's going on? What's going on? What's weather like out there? Blue sky, sunshine. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. I have to say, that's a positive. Take that. It's warm weather. Nice, sunshine, clear blue sky. Remember that, because it's, under circumstances, it's all a bit shit. But it is. It's a positive. At least it isn't raining. And rest assured, when the lockdown is lifted, it'll rain. Anyway, talking about blue sky, I have noticed that there's hardly no planes in the sky. And it's nice and peaceful up there. Which brings me on to the matter that I know a lot of my friends and family are aware of this. Because I've had friends that have got on the planes with me. But I'm not the best of flyers. And once I'm up in the air though, right, and the plane's been going for about nearly an hour, I start calming down because I know this aircraft seems to be okay. I'm not brilliant, but I am better. It's a takeoff. Because I start thinking in my head that the person who's been looking after this aircraft has been on the piss the night before and has just forgot to just tighten that one bit of bolt, which would catastrophically cause this plane to go straight out of the sky. I know it's daft, and a lot of you think, good Lord. But I know, and I've been told on numerous occasions, that flying is the safest way of travel. And you've got more chance of, having a crash in your car. Now, I know that. But listen to this. If that plane's going down, you know you are bollocks, right? There's no way about it. You're bollocks. So, this is why I get myself in a state. There's not many things in life that I fear. But that one, I do. So, when I get on a plane, I am having a bit of a meltdown. And as I have shared with a previous story, that I've been staking for someone who, the ticket, I'm not the full ticket kind of thing. I'm not going to lie, it has happened on more than one occasion. So I was getting on this plane with my cousin Katie, and I happened to be sitting in the aisle seat, which I prefer by the window, to be perfectly honest, because I do like looking out. It's a lovely view. Amazing. You see all those ships and all that, that. You think you've seen a whale in the sea, but it turns out it's just a shadow of the plane. No, so yes, I was in the aisle seat, and I was having a bit of a wobble and all that. And Kate was like, just calm down, you'll be fine. And the stewardess does her run down the plane, doesn't she, where she's checking everyone's seatbelt, and she's shutting the cabin door and making sure you've got all your shit, who's shoving it up there and stuffing it in. So she was coming down towards us, and I'm trying to remind myself that this plane is going to crash. So when I seem to have a meltdown, I don't know what I look like, but I must look like, there's not enough branches on this tree. And I don't know why, but I was clapping my hands and saying to me, every 2 minutes, there's a plane going up. And trying to remind myself that there's a lot up there, which kind of helps and kind of doesn't. There's a lot of planes up there, and they're all fine. They ain't crashing. They ain't going nowhere. Heathrow sends them up every second, a plane's going up. So, technically, it'll be fine. But it doesn't stop me from having my meltdown. So, of course, this is going on as the lady's approaching. And anyway, she gets to us, and she just leans over me. And she leans into my cousin Katie, and she just goes, if there's anything you need, let me know during the flight, please. And Katie said, oh, yes, she said, because we can help you if there's anything, you need assistance in any way. And then as she came back, after leaning over me, she looked at me and smiled. She went, everything okay? And I looked at her and I went, no, I'm bricking it. Is the plane going to crash? And she went, no. I was just having me weird moment, and my cousin Kate said she'd be fine, and the stewardess went on to the next one behind, and I believe that woman thought she's not got all, the eggs in one basket. That tree does not go all the way to the top. And Katie was laughing, and she, obviously thought that Kate may possibly be my carer. And, so on that occasion, we could have took full advantage, really, me and Kate, but we decided not to. Instead, I just carried on drinking my whiskey and had a wee dram on the plane. And yes, of course, I'm still here, so that plane was fine. So, it's just takeoff. It's awful. But there was another occasion on takeoff with my cousin Katie again. Now, she didn't no longer come on holiday with me, and I don't know why. I'm baffled. No, we were going to from Calgary to Toronto in Canada. Love Canada, love it. And so we was going to Toronto, and of course I was getting myself all worked up. I had my big bottle of whiskey that I was necking on the sly, when I was sitting in the seat, and I was in the seat I wanted to be in. I was looking out the window, and Kate was in the middle, and this gentleman was on the end. And we were sitting there, and Kate was obviously once again trying to calm me down. So she decided to start talking to me and asking me questions. And previously that year, I had met Lee Evans in Malvern, an amazing man, and I love him. And so she was trying to distract me by talking about him. And as she started talking to me, we started to take off. It's going down the runway. So I'm having, a bit of a meltdown and a bit of a wobble, like. And I'm trying to think of answering Kate, but also stressing out over the plane. So as the plane's going down the runway and we take off, she starts asking me, where do you think Lee Evans stayed in Malvern? And obviously I had this conversation with Lee. And as I went to answer her, there was this, the plane made, I don't know, but it made a noise, like a big bang sound, fucking freaked me out, I tell you. And I just shouted, "Powick!" on this plane as loud. I'm loud, aren't I? And it was really loud. And Kate started laughing. And all these people just were thinking, what the fucking hell is someone shouting Powick? And obviously, who knows Powick in bloody near Canada? Jesus Christ. So, yes, I started shouting that, and Kate was like, just calm down. I said, I'm sorry, I'm having a meltdown. She said, have a bit of water, have some water. So I got me water out, and I started screwing the lid off, and then there was this, another noise, and instead of drinking it, I just chucked it over myself, and then I chucked it all over the seat, and then it was just, fucking carnage. And Kate was laughing, and this gentleman on the end, as I was trying to wipe myself down after chucking water all over me, he said, is your friend all right? Or is she going to be like this the entire flight? And Kate was laughing. She said, no, she will settle down. It's like I haven't had my meds yet. No, I did settle. And obviously I got to Toronto just fine and had a fabulous time in Toronto. So, yes, I don't take flying too well. And then, I'm sorry if I'm rambling on here, but there's just one other occasion where I was on a plane going to Nashville with my friend Mandy Mace when we went to America for the first time. And I was in the friggin' seat with the emergency exit. Now, I don't know if anyone knows, but you are given responsibility on that emergency exit. And I was reading the instructions, and I could see what I had to do if the plane was to crash. Now, I ain't being funny. Like I said, you are bollocks if that plane's going down. But anyway, I shall brief myself with the emergency exit. Anyway, as the lady once again was coming down and approaching me and Mandy as we were sitting with all this leg room, lovely, she came out and she went, y'all all right now? And I went, I think so. I'm, starting to have a bit of a meltdown before takeoff and all that. She said, y'all all right with the exit door? And I was like, well, I've read the instructions, and what I'm reading is that I pull this handle down like so, and I pull the door in, and then I just chuck it out. And that's what I'm led to believe. Is that right? And she said, well, I'm impressed. Y'all are good. You're good. I like that. You read it. And I said, well, I'm by the exit door. I've got to read it, ain't I? And she was and she gave me a thumbs up. She was very impressed that I was prepared for this survival maneuver. But I'm pretty sure if we was going down, I'm just going to pass out. So that was my little trip to Nashville on that aircraft. It was a little plane, and it was a safe flight. It was bad turbulence on takeoff, I have to say, and I swore a lot. To the point where a man in front had a headset in, and he was turning around and looking at me, because I was going, dear Mary and Joseph and God, unaware that they're quite a religious nation over there. So I think I offended a few people by fucking swearing and all that shit. So yes, But anyway, there's enough of me rambling on about my plane experiences. If anybody wants to come on holiday with me, you're more than welcome. Just make sure you have a large bottle of whiskey ready for me, or either hit me over the head with it. Either way, I one day will get better. But until that day, I will continue to have a wobble on takeoff. Anyway, if you are watching me on the old YouTube, give us a thumbs up, will you? I don't really know how it all works, but apparently someone said you've got to get a thumbs up on your YouTube channel or something or other. So I much appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I love you all. And please continue to stay safe, wash your hands and your ass. Take care, guys.